I got kicked off a bus this morning for doing stretching exercises. Bloody hell. I tell you what these people don't appreciate is that a tight foreskin is no fucking joke. Hello again, folks. Now, there's a television channel here in Great Britain called The Jeremy Vine Show. Jeremy Vine is a upper middle class, snooty, sneering liberal who's got left-wing views. He has his own show, and on that show he will have more likely a left-wing bigot, and he will give them more of a say than, say, a right-wing conservative or centrist. For example, Jeremy Fox was on there last year, the year before, and he had the awful, vile, obnoxious and disgusting Yasmin Ali Bai Brown on at the same time, and he let her. He didn't challenge her or anything when she called Laurence Fox a racist and all these slurs. Didn't challenge her whatsoever. And when Laurence Fox tried to give his answer and reply back, he just cut him off. It was just a disgraceful, typical left-wing programme for left-wing bigots. Anyway, he had the equally vile and disgusting Dr. Shola Mos Shogbamimu. I think I pronounced that right. Who cares? Dr. Shola, she's a well-known personality. She does the rounds on television here in the UK, the panel shows and daytime TV talk shows, and she just berates the white race. She is, I believe, a race baiter, and quite frankly, if she has such disdain for white people, white society, white culture, what the fuck is she doing here? Do you agree? You know, if I lived in an African country and I was convinced in my head that they hated me and they were racist toward white people, I wouldn't stay there. I wouldn't live off them by going on telly and slagging them off and pushing them towards extremist demographics, extremist groups by completely saying black people are racist, yeah, black supremacy on telly. I'd be fucking daft. I'd move out. I'd come back here. Why stay somewhere where I believe that demographic hates me, even though they don't, and it's in my fucking head. Just like Dr. Shola here. Anyway, this video is about Jeremy Vine, funny enough, but Piers Morgan, and he has been exonerated by Ofcom. Ofcom is an organisation here in the UK that investigates television complaints, etc. Especially if you're a white guy like Piers Morgan, who dares to say something about the Duchess of Netflix, Meghan Markle. But I think it's pretty evident to me that they would rather put more time, money, resources and more seriousness into complaints against people like Piers Morgan than, say, diversity. When diversity, they're a dance troupe act who won the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent, one of them, and they're mainly black performers, and they did a routine where it could have been perceived as demonising white people on this thing, but it was highlighting the George Floyd murder. And of course, loads of complaints went in and people didn't care. And the guy went on about white supremacy and whatnot. And thousands of people, record number of people, complained to Ofcom about diversity, thinking it was discriminatory against white people. And you know, it was gone just like that. Ofcom didn't even bloody bother. Didn't even bother. But anyway, back to Piers Morgan. He said on his show, he was the host of GMB, another show here in Great Britain, Good Morning Britain, just like Good Morning America, but Good Morning Britain. I don't know why I said that. Quite obvious, isn't it? And it was after the interview between the Duke and Duchess of Netflix and popularity and money and fame and fortune, Harry and his boss Meghan Markle and Oprah Winfrey, and they did make some allegations about the royal family. They said that one of them was racist, without naming that person, of course, with no evidence whatsoever. And Meghan Markle then went on about her alleged mental health. Now, Piers Morgan replied to that because he doesn't like Meghan Markle. He's seen through her like the rest of us decent people have, because she is a charlatan and she is a liar. She has lied, right? There's no bones about it. You can just, not just spiel them off to you. You can just see it online. She has lied a lot of times, so people have cause not to believe her. And Piers Morgan, being the royalist that he is, he defended the royal family, Her Majesty the Queen, and then just said he didn't believe her claims for mental health. And this did seem really In fact, it is. When someone says to you, listen, I think I've got a mental health issue, as Meghan Markle did, who are we to disbelieve her? You know, it's not illegal to disbelieve her. It doesn't go against anything. It's just courtesy and the benefit of the doubt, because you don't know what's going through someone's mind, really, do you? So who are you to say? But Piers Morgan had a right to say, I don't believe you. And that was that. And what happened next was really extraordinary, because Meghan Markle is mates with I think it's the producer of GMB, the show that Piers Morgan hosted, and, you know, made him walk, basically. So intervention there, because someone had the audacity to not believe or to disagree and to call into question whatever she was spewing on telly, because they have good reason to, because she has shown evidence in the past of lying. And she called up a mate and, you know, he was gone. That's completely and utterly wrong. So the left-wingers being the left-wingers, and because Meghan Markle is like their patron saint of wokeness, thousands of people called into GMB and complained. So naturally, Ofcom took this up and there was a lengthy investigation, and surprisingly, they said he had no case to answer for. Anyway, this is Ofcom's statement on the whole issue. Conclusion. The interview between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Oprah Winfrey contained serious allegations, and it was legitimate for this programme to discuss and scrutinise those claims, including their veracity. And just like I said there, as before, Piers Morgan had legitimacy to question these, because Meghan Markle and Harry have both been found to be liars in the past. Anyway, it continues. Ofcom is clear that, consistent with freedom of expression, Mr Morgan was entitled to say he disbelieved the Duke and Duchess of Sussex allegations and to hold and express strong views that rigorously challenge their account. The code allows for individuals to express strongly held and robustly argued views, including those that are potentially harmful or highly offensive, and for broadcasters to include these in their programming. The restriction of such views would, in our view, be an unwarranted and chilling restriction on freedom of expression, both of the broadcaster and the audience. So there we go. They upheld Piers Morgan's right to freedom of expression there. And I like the wording they used there. Chilling restriction on freedom of expression. And it is chilling when someone who is pretty powerful, like the Duchess of Netflix, Meghan Markle, can just ring up a programme and effectively get someone fired for saying some nasty things about her. That is chilling, and that shouldn't happen, not in today's society. It really shouldn't happen. So there we go. Piers Morgan had an opinion. They tried to cancel him for it, and the official body for... What does Ofcom do anyway? Do they fine people or what? Does anyone give a shit about Ofcom, to be honest with you? Anyway, they let him off. That's it. The conclusion was, you know, he had the right to say that on air, and no one can do anything about it. And I wonder if he's going to take GMB and the producer to court now, or even Meghan Markle. Who knows? You know, freedom of expression and all that. I hope he does. Why not? So anyway, back to Dr. Shola Mos-Shogbamimu. She was on the Jeremy Vine show, and she berated Piers Morgan and Ofcom, and then went off on this tirade of white supremacy, white privilege, and white people bad, racists, etc. And it was just... There's a clip of it on Twitter. I was going to put it on here, but it's quite disgusting. I wasn't going to bother. Why wind you people up with clips like that on a Thursday afternoon? Anyway, people like that, people like Dr. Shola, I believe, saying what they do on telly, even though they have the freedom to say it, and the freedom of expression to show it, by doing this, by saying what they do, by pushing this narrative of so-called white supremacy and so-called white privilege, what they are doing, they are pushing disadvantaged white people into thinking, but, you know, where's our white privilege? I don't think I'm superior to anyone else because I am white. And, you know, it's completely true. People do think that not every white person is a member of the KKK. But if you believe people like Dr. Shola, then black people are still in that mental cotton field picking cotton, and the white man is suppressing them, which is completely and utter bollocks. It really is bollocks, folks. And it's pushing these disadvantaged white people into the open arms of extremists. And the extremists, who do exist, all right, the Nazis, neo-Nazis, the fascists, they are in the fringe minority of society. They're in the basements. They're the loners. They're the incels, the people without girlfriends who hate society and hate people different, of different colours, demographics, whatever, gender, transgender. They hate these people. But by doing stuff like this, by people like Dr. Shola being irresponsible and having their hatred of white people so freely expressed on telly, they're pushing these people towards the extremists, and then the extremists won't be just fringe of society. They'll be bigger, and and they'll have influence and whatever next. That's what this is leading to. That's what this is leading to, folks. And people, even though they do have the freedom of speech, they should be careful about what they say, because when you're well known and you're on telly and you say things, you can influence people into doing and going into places where they can cause harm. It can happen. Anyway, that's my video, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to support my channel, then feel free to buy me a beer, because by buying me a beer, neither YouTube nor Google get a penny of what you decide to donate to me. So if you're for freedom of speech, if you like what I do, if you agree with what I say, then feel free to buy me a beer. Anyway, that's my video. Please comment, share, subscribe, and until the next one, Roger Trout.